looking real good, baby. You know, I was thinking maybe I could get your number or something. You got a boyfriend? I'm pretty Raheem. Tell me, can your boyfriend do it like this? Can he move it like this? Can he move it like this? Tell me, can your boyfriend do it like this? Can he move it like this? I bet I can move it better. Hey baby, here's my number. Girl, you can call me anytime, anytime. Said, honey, no need to wonder, cause your man is not a friend of mine. I can meet you at the mall, shopping sprees, we done it all. Girl, you don't have to pay for a thing. You can come to my crib, get freaky in my whip. Girl, that's the way it's gotta be. Tell me, can your boyfriend do it like this? Can he move it like this? Can he move it like this? Tell me, can your boyfriend do it like this? Can he move it like this? I bet I can move it better. Miss Lady, hope you're ready. Cause girl, I'm about to beat that thing down. How you like that? Hey baby, bring your body. Raheem knows what you need now. Like your legs in the air while I'm pulling on your hair. Girl, we gotta get this thing poppin'. I know you like that. Baby, let me smank it. You gon' have to break it. I bet your man can move it like that. Let's go, girl. Tell me, can your boyfriend do it like this? Can he move it like this? Can he move it like this? Tell me, can your boyfriend do it like this? Can he move it like this? I bet I can move it better.
Flame 4C is on this track. With a needle and thread, I'm about to rip this track. Flame 4C gon' bless this verse. Straight off the dome, no need to rehearse. Can he move it like this? No. Move it like that? No. Make you say ooh when he love you from the back? No. Your heart beating fast, call my sex heart attack. Forget where you been, girl, I'm where it's at.
Tell me, can your boyfriend do it like this? Can he do it like this? Can he move it like this? Tell me, can your boyfriend do it like this? Can he move it like this? I bet I can move it better. Girl, can he do everything that I can do, girl? Oh, yeah. Hey. Pretty.
All right. What's going on, family? Welcome to the Tariq Elite Show right here on Ustream. Let me get my situation going here. All right. Let me get get myself situated. Get centered. All right. What's going on, fam? I look like I just woke up, man. All right. Let me get situated here. Ready to chop up good game with the family. How's everybody doing? How's the room doing? We're getting in the room very heavy right now. Make sure all my stuff on my desk is situated. How is everybody doing this beautiful Sunday evening? A lot of stuff we got to talk about tonight right here live on Ustream. A lot of things we have to discuss. Excuse me. The room is, we're like, what, 500 people, over 500 people, so we're going to be real heavy in the room tonight. We got to talk about the Coonathon that's been going on. There's been a blatant Coonathon that's been going on in the media with black folks, with all of the situations of black people being attacked. We got to discuss some things, family. We got to discuss some things. A lot of stuff we got to discuss. So I'm waiting on the room to get piled up. Today's show was brought to you by TariqElite.com. We got some brand new shirts coming for TariqElite.com. That's coming soon. Don't forget to join me in Philadelphia. I'll be in Philly July 5th at the International House of Philadelphia. Get your tickets at TariqLive.com. TariqLive.com. All right? That's where you can get your tickets at TariqLive.com. Man, a few weeks ago, right before the month of April, I told everybody, brace yourself for April. I let everybody know the month of April is going to be a doozy. The white supremacists are going to be showing out. And did they start like clockwork or what? Like clockwork, these white supremacists, it's only April 12th. It's not even quite mid-April yet. And the white supremacists are going in. It's open season. It's just like hunting season. We know the situation with our brother Walter Scott. I'm going to get on that situation in a minute. But Eric Harris, this new video came out that happened April 2nd where this police reserve wasn't even a real cop who killed him. It was a reserve police officer who killed this black man and used the same excuse that they used when they killed Oscar Grant in the Bay. With Eric Harris, they killed Eric Harris and said, "Oops, I thought it was a taser." Don't that sound familiar? Isn't that the same lie they told with Oscar Grant when they shot him in the back? Dude, this is genocide. We're right in the middle of genocide. We're right in the middle of genocide. These white supremacists are not playing. But this whole, oops, I shot a black person, that's another excuse that they are allowed to use according to the code of white supremacy. What's the brother up in New York? They used the same excuse. They shot him by accident. What was the brother's name in New York? Is Akil something. I forgot his name. But they shot the brother in New York, same way. And the coon train is being rolled down. Heavy. Daquan, you're in here trolling, sir. Daquan is a white supremacist, even with that name. All right? You're a white supremacist, you're in here trolling. I see you. Akai, that's his name. Akai Gurley, that's his name. I was close. It's Akai Gurley. They shot him by accident. How come white people don't get shot by accident? Why all these black people get accidentally shot? See, now it's time to go into code mode, family. It's time to go into code mode. It's really time to go into code because a lot of black folks out here are breaking codes, and by them breaking code, they are putting all of the rest of us at a detriment. With these Negroes out here hard cooning, they're making an open season on the rest of us. Let me say this. Black people in America are some of the only mammals, I won't even say people, I say mammals, who will deliberately work against their own self-interest. Let me say that again. Black people in America, not all, we're talking about the coons. Black people in America are some of the only mammal species, because every mammal worked for its own self-preservation. We are the only people that will deliberately work against our own self-preservation, which is the definition of a slave. when we're dealing with the system of white supremacy, especially when the white supremacists are in their refinement stage, Jay, I don't want to hear about insignificant coons, Jay. Seriously. Who gives a fuck about an insignificant coon? Bringing insignificant coons up is really a form of trolling as far as I'm concerned. All right? Just bringing up insignificant coons that have already been destroyed. Let's just chill out on that. Because I'm going to start banning dudes for even bringing insignificant coons up. But some of the most significant coons, because there are significant coons out here, like Jesse Lee Peterson. Now, some people can try to ignore him, and he's not a serious person, but the thing is, the white supremacists will use him and give him airtime and hide behind him. So we got to be very careful to not get too caught up with the coons and watch the people who are putting them up there in the forefront. Watch the people who are putting them up in the forefront. But it's really time to get into code mode. I see the room is getting loaded up. It's been time to get serious, but we're going to have to ask black people, do you really want to get serious, or are you suicidal? Because I think a lot of black people out here are suicidal. A lot of black people just kind of want the white supremacists to just off them and get it over with. That's what it seems like, the way that so many black people will work against their own self-interest. Code mode means there's certain rules and regulations and standards that melanoid people who happen to be classified as black are going to have to implement themselves and use that to empower themselves. Code of conduct, code of standards, code of action that we're going to have to proactively use, because see, everything we do is on some reactive shit. We react to white supremacy. We're going to have to start getting into code mode, because the white supremacists are strictly on code. And with the latest shooting of brother Walter Scott, and with Walter Scott, and I did my show about this on Wednesday, this was a very significant endeavor, because the cop, the suspected white supremacist cop who killed him, lied at first. And then the video came out to refute his lie, which was a great thing. Now we got the white supremacists where we want. We got them. We're showing proof that these cops are lying. We're showing proof that these cops are shooting us in cold blood and then staging the scene. We got it all on film. We got it all on camera. And let me explain this. The people in the dominant society, they know that this goes on, by the way. Let's just be real. They understand if we don't have proof, they're going to pretend it doesn't exist. The white supremacists, they know exactly what's going on, but they understand, since we usually don't have any proof, they're going to play dumb. Y'all saw 12 Years a Slave, right? In the movie 12 Years a Slave, the character, Solomon Northrop, I think that was his name, the main character in the movie 12 Years a Slave, which the movie was based on a real story, he kept letting people know when he was tricked into slavery, the white supremacists that he kept encountering, they knew that he was a free black man and he wasn't supposed to be a slave. They knew that. He kept telling people, and they kept ignoring him. They kept changing the subject. In one case, he was telling a person this, and he was getting smacked up and beat up. Nope, you are a runaway nigga from Georgia. Boom, 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 beating him up here. No, I'm a free black man from the north. No, you're a runaway nigga from Georgia. So they know. Let's just be clear. The white supremacists, a lot of these people who you're trying to convince, they are very, very well aware of how black people are lied on and murdered in cold blood. They are fully aware of this. Their mindset is, well, if you don't have any proof, Brian, I'm about to ban you, dude. Hold on. I need a mod in here, man. Hold on, because we already got the white supremacists. Hold on. Okay, I'm about to ban Brian's ass right now. Damn. Okay. Well, let me ban him. We're talking about some real stuff tonight. All right? But like I said, with the white supremacists, they're very aware of what's going on. They're not dumb. They are not dumb. They just understand if you don't have no proof, their part of the code is to play dumb and then deflect away from white supremacy. Because understand this, family, I want y'all to listen to me clear. All of these killings that's happening with us, this is not about police brutality. Let me say it again. This is not about police brutality. The white supremacists will try to get you to think that. That's why they keep saying, well, it's not about race. It's just about police misconduct. It's the police and big government. That's the way they can try to blame Obama. But all of these killings, it's not about police brutality. It's about systematic white supremacy because the police are just the military arm of the system of white supremacy. The police, or the race soldiers who pretend to be police, are just the military arm of the white supremacists in the dominant society. Got that? Because George Zimmerman was not a police, but the white supremacists rallied behind him, and he's walking around now. The person who killed Eric Harris, I think that's his name, last week, he was a so-called police reserve. So we can sit up and say, well, we need police to have this and we need the police to have that. But what about the police reserve? What about the security guards? What about the mall cops? This is about systematic white supremacy, family. And don't let the white supremacists get you away from the focus of that. Don't let them deter your focus, because after a white supremacist or suspected white supremacist cop kills a black person, then it's the suspected white supremacist prosecutor. Then the suspected white supremacist grand jury that's in place. Then the suspected white supremacist media that's helping out. Then are the suspected white supremacists who are donating money to the cops. So the white supremacists all work in concert with each other. So just focusing on the cop, you negate all of these other people who are complicit in the system being maintained that's causing the genocide, annihilation of African people in America. Is Chris trolling? What is he saying? So again, we got to understand that this is an entire system. It is not just about police brutality. That's the biggest mistake, because like Nelly Fuller said, being a cop in and itself is not a bad thing. See, when black people say, hey, these cops are shooting us, I don't want these cops to shoot us, then they say, well, oh, you guys are anti-cop, you guys are anti-cop. And see, they create their own narrative. Being a cop isn't a bad thing, but the people who are committing these murders are not cops. These are race soldiers. See, just like when in Nazi Germany, when you had the Nazi soldiers annihilating the people of Jewish descent, or religion rather, a lot of them, as they got older and started to get prosecuted, all of them, and they bring those old Nazi soldiers, they wheel them in court to this very day. They find 100-year-old Nazi soldiers, 90-year-old Nazi soldiers, they find them and they wheel their asses in court to this very day. And they say, well, hey, I was just a cop doing my job. No, no, no. You're not going to get away with that. They don't let them get away with that. I was just a cop doing my job. Ain't that what, what's the, Michael Slager? That's the guy's mother. The cop who killed, or the race soldier, who killed Walter Scott. His name was Michael Slager. I think that's his name. They did an interview with his mother. His mother was like, well, my son was doing his job. Ain't that what the Nazi soldier said? I was just doing my job. See how history repeats itself? You see how history repeats itself. So we got to understand, we're in the middle of a Holocaust, a genocidal Holocaust now. The UN, I don't know why they're so quiet about it. They see what's going on. They see that black people are being racially targeted in this country. More black people are going to have to stop being afraid to say that outwardly and openly. You're going to have to use your Instagram and your social networking sites and all that to really call it for what it is. Because we're getting slaughtered and we're getting death sentences for traffic violations. And when people say, well, it's not about race, well, we're the only ones getting slaughtered like that. There are several cases of people in the dominant society literally fighting with the cops, and they're not getting killed like this. This is all about race. This is why when Walter Scott was killed, they started asking some of his relatives and the lawyers, well, do you think this is about race? Well, the fact that they asked that question is about race. Black people are generally the only people that's getting slaughtered at a disproportionate rate like this, over and over again. Black folks are going to have to stop being scared. Not only do we know this is about race, we're going to have to start getting into code mode, point everything out. Police officers around the country are sending racist emails to each other in San Francisco, in Ferguson, in Florida, in Ohio, and other cities. They're getting caught over and over sending racist texts and emails to one another talking about harming black people. How is this not about race? They're not doing this to no other group of people. You got police officers all around the country sending emails to each other about harming black people, and they're harming black people, and we're trying to act like it's not about race and black people own this scared shit to say it. Only a few of us will even get out here and start saying white supremacy, white supremacy. We black folks out here using these little sucker-ass code words that the white supremacists have you using. You're going to have to call it for what it is and stop trying to convince the white supremacists that this is wrong and Black Lives Matter. They know what's going on. You got to start calling it out. And another thing, black folks are going to have to get off this whole forgiveness thing. Black people and this dumbass, slave ass, we're going to forgive our killers. Respect to Walter Scott's mother. I know it should be difficult losing a loved one, especially your child, your son that you gave birth to. That's a difficult thing, and people grieve in different ways. But the mother, they had her on CNN. They steered the conversation because, see, the white supremacists, they know. Let me tell you something. The white supremacists know black people better than you know yourself. The white supremacists, they know black people better than they know themselves. They know how to push your buttons. They know how to evoke an emotional response. The white supremacists know you because they've groomed and trained you. That's why they know you so well. And they know how to steer you in a conversation that will get them to get the response they need from you. They know how to manipulate the shit out of black folks. They know how to manipulate you. They know how to get around you and get you to say things that's going to work for white supremacy. They steer black people into that forgiveness conversation. They start talking about, so how do you feel? What do you want? How's your faith in this situation? They know. They start talking about faith and appearing to be compassionate. Then we start talking that shit. It's the old missionary trick. We've been falling for the missionary trick from the white supremacists since 1492. We've been falling for the whole missionary. Hey, I got the Bible. You know, God bless you in your endeavors. We're gonna pray. And when you start talking that around black folks, they just butter up when they hear that from a white person. When black people hear that, and the white people, they know how to butter you up with all that church talk and faith, and then they're gonna start evoking a forgiveness response. And just like my man Walter Scott's mother, she was like, well, you know, I got forgiveness in my heart for the cop who killed my son. And they ran with that shit. They ran with those headlines. Walter Scott's mother forgives the cops. They ran with that. Not only did they do that, they started to interview a lot of Walter Scott's friends and relatives and co-workers, and they found another co-worker named Dennis Dye, and we put the story up on the melanoidnation.org website, where he's talking about he forgives the cops for killing his friend. Now, why did they get some random nigga who really he was a co-worker? There was a reason why the white supremacists did that. Understand, the white supremacists are playing chess. We out here playing checkers. There's a reason why they got some random damn co-worker when there's a lot of people who are friends and co-workers of Walter Scott, but they really wanted somebody to talk that forgiveness talk, because the white supremacists who are in the media, they know they have to do their part to taint juries, to taint potential juries. So now there's a juror who's looking at this situation, looking for a way to let this damn killer cop off. They just put all these black people who are friends and relatives on TV and in the news talking about how they forgive the cop for killing Walter Scott. So now the jury will be like, well, hell, I can forgive him too. If his family forgives him, we should forgive him too and just let him off. The white supremacists are very strategic, and black folks are so damn emotional and desperate for attention and approval, they go for the goddamn bait every time. And then CNN, they took it to another level. The people at CNN coaxed the family, Walter Scott's family, into singing Negro spirituals. It was the saddest goddamn thing I've ever seen. They're in there singing, the Lord. It was embarrassing. No disrespect to the family. They in there singing Negro spirituals after Walter Scott got killed. And they showing that all on the website, all over the place. That whole slave ass, I forgive the people who beat me and killed me and hurt my relatives. Black folks are going to have to snap out of that. That never works for you. We've been doing that shit. I mean, that goes back with Trayvon Martin's mother. She was doing that nonsense. Much respect to that sister, not to disrespect her. But many people were saying, don't go on television saying that stuff, sister. Some of these other, Jordan Davis, the teen who got killed down in Florida, his mother was saying that nonsense. But the dad was like, hey, I don't forgive. That's my wife talking. I don't forgive nothing. Black folks, did Eric Garner's wife say that too? Black folks, you're going to have to chill the fuck out with that I forgive my killer shit. And I was talking about this on Twitter. There were coons trying to argue me down. Well, you can't tell them how to praise. And nigga, shut the fuck up. We're talking about strategy here. We're talking about strategy here. Wasn't there another case somebody was telling me? I think I haven't verified it all the way, but it was a white female gang who helped get this black man killed down in Mississippi. I think they killed this black man, Mr. Anderson, and I think his family was out there talking about, well, we don't want to see those girls go to jail for life, so they gave the girls like 5 years. Dude. If you're gonna forgive, do that shit in private. If you just so holy and Christian, which you ain't, by the way. which you ain't, by the way. Let's just be 100, because black folks get on that holier than thou, let's forgive everybody when it comes to white folks. And I talked about this on Instagram. We don't be on that forgiveness shit with each other. We hold grudges against other black folks till the day we die. Ain't no forgiving. No, and that's a good point about, you said Tamir Rice's mother. Let me explain something to you guys. Tamir Rice's mother did not say that. You know why? When I was helping the family, me and Tamir Rice's mother we're on the phone, we're talking. Me and Samaria, real good sister. Tamir Rice's mother, very nice sister. And we were talking over the phone. And for those who don't know, Tamir Rice is the little boy, 12 years old, who got shot up in Cleveland and killed by the white police officer. And I was helping the family. I was talking to his mother. And we had a very long conversation. We were just talking about a whole bunch of stuff. And she was like, well, you know what, Mr. Tariq? I've already forgiven the man who killed my son. She told me that over the phone. I said, sister, don't you ever say that publicly. With all due respect, don't ever say that. Again, or publicly. Again, don't ever say that. I told her, sister, they will use that against you. Don't ever say that. And she did not say that because they were trying to get her to say that shit. You understand? So the thing is, we got to stop. We think if we get extra Christian and holy, like, the white supremacists are going to be compassionate for us. And it just doesn't work that way. No, it's something that's programmed into a lot of black people. It's just something we think, because we feel helpless in the system of white supremacy, if we leave it up to the Lord will deal with them. And it ain't going to work like that. It's not going to work like that. That whole, let's forgive our enemies, please. Rodney King did that shit. Y'all remember out here in LA when the police, and that's another thing, when people because in this case with Michael Slaker, he might get off now. Let's just be real. He might get off. See, black folks are on this thing, well, man, he got to go to jail, man. You can't shoot nobody in the back. You can't do that. Legally, you can. There's a lot of shit you can't do. But if you are a black person in a system of white supremacy, they can do what the fuck they want to do. I'm going to say that again. Let's just tell it what it is. In a system of white supremacy, if you're classified as black, the white supremacists can do anything they want to do to you. Because that's a hard reality we got to deal with. So, don't think that just because they got that man on tape shooting Walter Scott in his back and lying about it, don't think that he's going to jail automatically. The white supremacists are spinning their wheels and working their magic as we speak. We thought the same thing with Rodney King. Out here in LA, they were whooping our ass all through the 80s. They were whooping our asses out here big time. And we kept telling people, hey, man, the cops are beating the shit out of us. Oh, no, they're not. You niggas just resisting. If you didn't resist, you wouldn't get beat up. All that crack and all you Crips and Blood, stop it. We kept saying, hey, man, they're beating the brakes off us for no reason. Even when we're down, they're beating us. Oh, no, you niggas lie. God, you niggas lie so much. Go smoke some crack, Pookie. So then the Rodney King tape showed up. We're like, damn, finally, justice, damn. We saw that tape and we're like, oh, it's going to be justice. About damn time. Now you see proof that we're getting beat up. The white supremacists worked their magic. They took that case to a place called Simi Valley, which is not too far from where I live, which is back then it used to be damn near all white, heavy Republican, and a lot of cops lived out there. They strategically moved the case to Simi Valley, and all them cops got off. And those cops work for the LAPD to this day. The cops who whooped Rodney King's ass work for LAPD to this very day. That's why Chris Dorner went off. That's what I'm getting to, gatekeeper. That's what I'm... Okay, never mind. I'm not trying to slow the game down for a nigga who just is out of context with shit. But even when the riots were going on, that's what I'm getting to, nigga. When the riots went down, they wheeled Rodney King's ass out there. And they didn't beat this nigga brains halfway in. They just beat this nigga, his whole face swole up. And when the riots went down, they bring him out. This nigga had like a little S-curl with baby hair and shit because he got him part of his little settlement. And he's like, yeah, can we all just get along? You know, he came out there with that whimpering voice because he knew we were turned the hell up out here. And what he was doing, Rodney King was just not trying to fuck up the rest of his settlement. He was basically like, can y'all just chill out until I get my settlement? So they wheeled him out to try to calm people down. That shit didn't work. We turned up. We're like, fuck that S-curl wearing nigga. This is about us now. But the thing is, man, all that praying and singing and buck dancing, you're working against your self-interest. And yeah, of course they made him do it. And now there's this, and not the coons and the people who are buck dancing, it's not even just the older black folks now. You got young black folks trying to jump on the coon train. They got this one video of this dude. He looks like he's in his early 20s. His name is Will Stacks, and we talked about him on the melanoidnation.org site. And he's talking about, well, I got pulled over by the cops, and the cops didn't do anything to me. Maybe if we, sometimes black folks are in the wrong, and just because the cop pulled you over, they ain't racist. So sounds like some media outlets paid this nigga to be the black person who speaks up for cops, and now the white supremacists get to hide behind him. And they made the video go viral. The white supremacists are very strategic. That's why we got to be strategic. And go to melanoidnation.org, everybody, and hit that donate button on melanoidnation.org. Because, again, we're looking at the strategies and we're trying to counter the strategies. And we got to be on top of our game, family. Go to melanoidnation.org. And again, we got to be on top of our game with these strategies, man. We got to be on top of them. And we got to get the codes out there. We got to start implementing these codes. Let's see who's on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
Hello, Mr. Nasheed. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. Who is this?
Hi, my name is Marlene, and I'm calling from Virginia.
Marlene from Virginia. What's on your mind, Marlene?
Okay, Mr. Nasheed, I just wanted to ask you a question about the code of conduct.
Yes, ma'am.
How do black women, single black women, or black women who have no male covering, who have to care for their families, how do we protect ourselves?
Well, the thing is, you just got to be very selective about the men you get with. And what you want to do, you want to get with somebody, and I know it's difficult being in the system of white supremacy where black people are targeted economically. Black people are in a system of deprivation where jobs and resources are taken away. But sisters are going to have to go back to finding a mate who can contribute and build something economically. Sisters got rid of that in the 60s. Before the 60s, because we've been going through white supremacy forever. But before the 60s, before black women would get into relationships, they wanted to see what kind of career a man had. What could he do as far as build a foundation, an economic base, and a family base to take care of them and their children. In the 1960s, everybody took the goddamn Price is Right, door number 3, county check, bullshit benefits door. And then they said, okay, I don't need no man. I can just do it on my own. And the white supremacists promoted that heavily. They promoted the independent black woman who don't need nobody. See, they didn't promote that in white society. They understand being intra-dependent on each other is where your power is. But in black society, they kept telling us That the women need to be independent and the men need to be rugged individuals. Don't worry about anything else but yourself. So we got tricked into this rugged individualism type of thing and start negating having a family and an economic base. And then we got all types of sidetracked. So we got to get back on track as women. You got to find dudes who are going to build an economic base with you. Y'all got to get off that I'm just fucking with a nigga because of swag shit. I'm fucking with a nigga because he look like Shamar Moore shit. I'm fucking with a nigga because he got some skinny jeans and he looks like the latest rapper shit. Y'all gotta, sometimes a nigga might be a little nerdy or whatever, but if he has something going on and this brother has a plan and he's down to build and create a future, you need to roll with cats like that. You understand? So you got to make swag less of a priority and have economic empowerment more of a priority. Because there's plenty of brothers out here who can help you create an economic base and help create a family base. But again, we're taught that swag shit is more important. And y'all got to charge that to the game. And men too. And that's another thing too. I tell men out here chasing the Instagram twerkers and all this old shit. And then wonder why your check is getting garnished because she done got knocked up and she ain't building nothing. She's hitting you up for your money. And what little money you have. And you ain't building nothing. So you got to start getting with the female who got her mind together, who ain't necessarily on Instagram clapping her butt cheeks. Find a chick who has her mind together, who's trying to build something, who has sense, who has a mouthpiece, and build something with that sister. Stop falling for the goddamn thirst traps. So we got to start dating and thinking more mature about our dating practices, men and women, because it's not just women. It's these dudes out here too. You feel me?
Yeah, because it's so scary. It feels like they're going to be after us next.
It's next? What you mean, sister? That's what I'm saying. What you think? You think they ain't after y'all now? They're killing sisters now. Renisha McBride. They breaking into sisters' houses, shooting them. There was a video now. They broke into these. The cops ran up in these sisters' houses without a warrant. The little 7-year-old girl, I think she's 7, in some city where she got shot by a cop and the cop got. It was in Detroit. That's what I thought. She got shot by a cop and they let the cop off. It's happening now. The grandmother out here in L.A. The police pulled her in the street and whooped her ass on the freeway. It's somebody's grandmother. What you mean it's gonna happen? It's happening now. That's the thing. Rika Boyd, the young lady out of Chicago. Come on, it's happening to sisters now. See, I see a lot of sisters out here thinking they're gonna take the bed wench route. See, I've noticed that too. A lot of sisters out here think, okay, if I just suck this white man's dick, they'll leave me alone. And no, that ain't gonna work either. Because that white dude's dick you sucking, he's maintaining the system of white supremacy. I'm going to get on that in a minute. But it's happening to all of us now. Young, old. There was an 11-year-old boy down in, I think, Texas. He's like autistic, whatever. He kicked the garbage can and got mad or whatever at school. And the cops jacked him up and gave him a juvenile trial. So they're getting our children. They're getting the elderly. They're getting the boys. They're getting the elderly men. They're getting the middle-aged men. Walter Scott was 50. They're getting elderly black women. They're getting young black women. They're getting black girls. All of us out here are vulnerable. Like I said, my quote that people have made viral, all black people in America are just one traffic stop away from becoming a hashtag on Twitter. So we need to act like we are prisoners at war and look at white supremacy and come up with ways that we can counter that and replace that system. You feel me?
I do. Thank you so much for taking my call, and I hope you have a wonderful week.
Thank you, sister. Oh, yeah. See, there's black people out here thinking that the shit ain't gonna hit them. It's hitting you already. I'm sorry. Sisters, it's hitting sisters. It's hitting sisters heavy. They don't give a shit about that no more. They getting the sisters too. They're not playing. They getting children. Man, this is warfare right now. This is white supremacy warfare. We need to wake up every day. Everybody's listening. The question you need to ask every day, what are we going to do about systematic white supremacy? And again, bedwenching ain't going to cut it. I put up a meme. I put up a meme the other day. That meme I put up went viral. The one with the head, it was a sister with like this real crazy weave, this real janky weave. And the joke was, sisters who date white boys, weaves be looking like this. And people thought it was hilarious. because it was true. And a lot of people agreed. Now, some people got mad. But one thing I noticed in the thread that I put up on my Facebook page, a lot of sisters were coming in the thread like, wait, I date white guys. Who my weave don't look like that. So I noticed there's a lot of sisters out here secretly dating white dudes. Let's talk about that for 1 second. There's a lot of sisters out here that I noticed that thread was revealing a lot, because a lot of them sisters jumped in the thread. Because when you start talking about people's hair and all that, then they want to jump in and defend themselves. So the bedwenches they were in their feelings. One thing I noticed, well, two things I noticed. Number one, there's a lot of sisters out here, low-key, with white dudes that they're not talking about. Number two, when I would go to these women's pages, I noticed that the white dudes that they're with are never taking pictures with them. The white dudes that a lot of these sisters are with, they are not taking pictures with you. They're not posted up with you. It's that old Jim Crow slave shit where they keep their Negro mistress a secret. I noticed that. I saw a lot of women with their little mixed kids and all that, but the white, and for the most part, a few of them had the pictures with the white dudes, but a lot of those white dudes were not trying to post up in pictures with you. That's some old slave shit. And I talked about that on my show before, how even during slavery, there were resorts all around the country where white dudes would take their black slave mistresses to kind of cavort and just kind of have a good time. There was one place called Xenia, Ohio. That was a major one. And they would take their mistresses. They would take the Mississippi River. They take ferry boats up there, and there was a resort up there in Xenia, Ohio. And that's how the Wilberforce University got started, because that university was a school for the mulatto offspring of bedwenches and the white masters. And from what I understand, Howard University is the same way. That was a school for the mulatto offspring of the female slaves and the white masters too, from what I understand. But a lot of these dudes, that's an old white supremacist thing where they have the white supremacists, they don't want to be seen publicly with their black mistresses. They usually take you somewhere where there's a whole bunch of other dudes who are white with black chicks. It's like little special places that they take sisters. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. That's why y'all see a lot of white celebrities who have black wives. They don't ever bring them out like that. You don't never hardly see Robert De Niro's wife out like that. He don't be out with her like that. A lot of times these white actors or whoever, they be having black wives or black mates, and y'all don't ever hear about it. And whenever the white dude goes out with the black female, it's some slumming shit. It has to be some kind of slumming spot. I saw that when I was in France, when I was in certain parts of Saint-Tropez, you would see all the white dudes with their black chicks. So the white supremacist dudes, they will designate certain spots to take the black females. It's real heavy. Real heavy shit. But the meme was funny. And again, not all sisters who date white dudes, everybody's hair ain't gonna be janky, but a lot of times, a lot of sisters, they be having the janky weaves when they date white dudes. And I think there's a reason for that, because so many people were agreeing with it. There has to be some type of rhyme or reason for it. But I think a lot of sisters out here, when you have these sisters who exclusively date white dudes, their weaves be jacked up, that's because a lot of times the white dudes, and not all, but the white dudes want them to conform to systematic white supremacy and have the same white supremacist mindset. So a lot of the sisters, when they get around the white dudes, they don't want to so-called do anything black or being around other black folks, because that's one of the things that the white supremacist male will require. when a white supremacist male is dating a black female, they will usually require you not to be around other black people, just like Donald Sterling's racist ass. What was he telling V. Stiviano? Hey, you don't need to be around those other black folks. That V. Stiviano, Donald Sterling thing was the most telling thing, because I've been telling people that conversation happens in those relationships all the time. He was telling her, you don't need to be around those black folks. Act like a good white girl. But like I said, a lot of these sisters, when they get around these dudes who happen to be white supremacists, and just because somebody's white dating you, for some reason black people think that they're not white supremacists. They can be the biggest white supremacists out there. And again, like I said, a lot of times sisters are programmed and told, and a lot of times even on their own recognizance, they don't want to be around other black folks. So now you don't want to go down to the neighborhood and get your hair done right by one of the real deal sisters. So you don't want to go down to Inglewood and get your hair done. You don't want to go over to Harlem to get your hair done, or over to 5 Points or wherever in Atlanta to get your hair done. So now you want to try to get your shit done out there in the suburbs. You want to go to places like Fantastic Sam's at the mall and get your hair done, and then the white women start putting aluminum foil and shit on your hair, and they don't know how to work a flat iron, so the white women then burn your goddamn edges off. And now you done tried to do a little quick weave at your house, and you don't know how to press your shit right, and your hair looking like a goddamn bird's nest with no edges. That's why, look at Naomi Campbell. Naomi Campbell, she's one of those bougie sisters who only date white dudes, and she's, I don't think she tries to cavort with other black folks. And you see Naomi Campbell's edges, her edges are so toe up. Naomi Campbell, under her wig, she looks like she got a Kid and Play flat top. Her edges are just shot. But she don't want to get her hair done by no black folks. Y'all can't be going to Supercuts and Fantastic Sam's. The white women don't know what they doing. They don't know what the hell they doing. They be using goddamn Paul Mitchell relaxers and shit. You need Hawaiian Silky in that shit. Hell no. Come on, man. And your wig is sitting up on you, and the white dude ain't gonna say nothing. He like you to look like a fucking slave by the head. Your wig all fucked up. He like, oh fuck, you're fucking hot, okay? Oh, you're so fucking hot. How come you didn't wear your hair like that before, or wear it like that more, okay? He wants you looking like you, looking halfway crazy. Either go natural or go get a better weave. Just do one or the other. That's my thing. If you want to go natural, go natural. Don't go nappy weave natural. Don't go half-ass natural. Go natural or go weave. Get a good weave. If you dating a white dude, and I ain't hating on you dating a white dude, take your ass down to the hood and get your shit done right. And stop trying to be bougie. Take your ass right back down to the neighborhood and get your shit done right. And get you a sweet potato pie from the little bakery next door from wherever. But don't be walking around looking crazy. Because the white folks ain't going to tell you. The white women ain't going to tell you either. They want you looking crazy. Oh, well, look at your hair, Chique. Your hair looks nice. Can I touch it? They touching your weave and they talking shit about your weave. Did you see him Chique's hair? My God. Her hair is just so fucking fucked up. They be talking real greasy about you and grin in your face. That your white dude's relatives be talking all types of shit about your weave. They know, white people know a fucked up weave when they see it. Did you see her weave? God. White people be know. White folks know weave. They know. Her weave was horrible. Shh. Man, but they will smile in your face and act like you the shit. Look at you, Chique. Anybody say you ever look like, people say you look like Gabrielle Union? Please. They be smiling in your damn face. Don't let them lie to you. So yeah, stop letting getting in these relationships, because the white supremacist dude, he wants you looking crazy. He wants your hair looking crazy as shit. Let's see who's calling. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's going on, Tariq? How you doing? It's Nasheed from Jersey.
Nasheed from Jersey. How you doing, fam?
Hey, what's up, man? Listen, I wanted to make a statement, and I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
You know what? Because I seen your post on that where my man was in South Carolina, I guess, telling us Negroes the proper way to deal with police.
Yeah.
And so I read your comment, and what kind of, it's not surprising it didn't get me upset, but when white folks talk about, okay, here you go playing the race card, and I'm like, I just want to find out, where can I get a deck of cards that they're talking about?
Yeah.
Like, where are these race cards that they're talking about?
I ask them, what exactly is the race card? Responding to white supremacy is not a race card.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I said, when Jewish people throw that anti-Semitic card out there, if you want to call that a card, nobody ever calls that out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just nonsense, and I just don't. I'm just trying to figure out, like, why everybody, these people that disagree with you, why they don't call up to your show?
Yeah,
like,
because most of them are white supremacists trolling. That's one thing.
I figured that.
Yeah,
so check this out. Yesterday, I just so happened to go around the old neighborhood.
Yeah.
And HBO was riding around the city of Newark. And I think they was more or less trying to get people to interview, because they basically wanted to go depth into, like, the carjacking culture.
Oh.
And the brother that played Omar from The Wire, he was out there, real cool dude.
Yeah.
But what I found, I'm glad I was out there, and I don't know if I should have jumped in front of the camera, but I did. Because I think they was trying to find, like, some of the ratchet, coonish shit that was going on.
They were. That's it. Dude, let me tell you something. When the white supremacists come around, or suspected white supremacists come around, always put your antennas up, man. Those suspected white supremacists are going to do whatever it takes to maintain white supremacy. We think just because they got a smile on their faces that they're not going to maintain white supremacy. Yeah. There's another documentary that was out about a gay street gang in D.C.
Yeah.
Now there's a show coming out this month called The Prancing Elites, about these black men who dress up like majorettes. So all of this stuff maintains white supremacy. There's a reason why they put this shit out, and none of it is going to empower us.
None of it is. Because I asked my homeboy, because he's like, yo, listen, I did get in front of the camera, say something. So I'm like, yo, y'all getting paid for this? Yeah. So they like, nah, and it was a favor, because you had, like, Tresh from Naughty by Nature. That's the homie.
Yes, indeed.
So we did it for them. But when I got in front of the camera, they asked about, the carjacking, the culture of stolen cars in the city. So I broke it down, but I went right back, because they was like, well, what do you think about the stolen car rings? I said, listen, at the end of the day, y'all really don't want to go deep into that rabbit hole.
Let me say something. Let me say something. You know what's going to happen? When they do that, they're going to start putting out stories about carjacking in Newark, and then what's going to happen? A law is going to be introduced, because that's going to be used as propaganda. And they're going to say, okay, look at all this carjacking, so we need a new law to get tough on these niggas. And now they're going to start targeting brothers heavily out there in Newark to gentrify that shit. The white supremacists, they play chess, not checkers. You feel me?
You're 100% right. All right.
Thank you for the call, fam. They did the same thing, man, when I was telling y'all about that whole holla back street harassment shit. When I told y'all what's that? No, I don't want no cookies, man. When they were doing that street harassment, I told you that shit was racialized. And a year later, what was it? They had to fess up that it was a lot of racial propaganda involved in that. And black folks in New York started getting attacked. I told people a year before that shit happened that was going to happen because of the propaganda. They're looking for ways to justify attacking black people in New York. And a year later, there are protests all in the damn streets of New York. These motherfuckers are playing chess with us, man, and we got to stop going for the bait. Understand this, family. Even the knockout game too. The dude with the knockout game, I was screaming at the top of my lungs, "Hey, people, this knockout game is a hustle. The white supremacists are trying to use this shit against us." And a year later, what happened with the knockout game? The Mike Brown situation. They kept saying, well, Mike Brown kept trying to knock me out. Mike Brown was knocking me out. They were using the whole knockout game narrative with Mike Brown. After they got the knockout game in your mind by repeating it over and over again, they put the whole Mike Brown situation and kept talking about how he was beating up this Darren Wilson. And Darren Wilson barely had a damn scratch on him, by the way. I do not think that Mike Brown beat that man to save my life. But the knockout game, they kept using the word knockout, knockout, knockout. So that would justify killing a black person who tries to knock out an innocent white person. The white supremacists are playing chess, y'all playing checkers. Understand this, black people. When the white supremacists come around, your antennas have to go up. Your antennas have to go up, and you got to get into code mode. Just like I think Bobby Smurda got set up too. I think the white supremacists set up Bobby Smurda, if you want to be honest. I think the white supremacists set Bobby Smurda up. I really think that. They got this dude, had a hot record out, got this major record deal. Somebody filmed him. Why did they film him buck dancing inside that office like that? Come on, when I think about that, I'm like, even when I saw when he was in the Epic Records just cooning it up, I'm like, why are they filming him cooning like this? They don't have people doing no shit like that. They wanted to really, really make an example out of him. He's in there just cooning it up, just tap dancing and buck dancing. So now white people are like, okay, look at this nigga. Look at this coon. Even in press photos, he's all cooning it up on the red carpet. Right after he gets the record deal, he's the hot rapper out here. Then they make a public arrest and put him on conspiracy charges. They waited till he got nice and large. They made sure that he cooned it up. Got his publishing, by the way. Feel me. He signed to the record label. They got all his publishing now. Now he's in jail. Follow me. Let me say that again. He signed the record label. So Epic Records got his publishing now. Epic Records got his publishing now. Now he's in jail. Right after I'm going to say it again so people can kind of get it. He was independent, had a hot record out. He was independent, he had a hot record out. He had the hottest record on the streets. The major label signs him, gets the publishing, now he goes to jail and they say fuck him. You know why they say fuck him? They still getting paid off that record. What they need him out of jail for? What do they need? He's complaining that Epic Records they're not getting him out of jail. They don't need him in jail. I mean, they don't need him out of jail. They got what they needed from his ass. The publicity of him cooning it up, that's all they need. And the publicity of him getting arrested, that's more record sales that Epic is already getting. What they need to get him out of jail for? So now they can just kind of look the other way and be like, oh, damn, that's fucked up. We got 1 million, 2 million, while they count their money. They own the record now. The white supremacists, they play chess, we play checkers. Oh yeah, he's locked in. They don't mind him staying in jail. They don't give a shit about Bobby Smurda staying in jail. They're going to get paid regardless. Oh yeah, the game is about the publishing, family. Let me explain something to y'all. The record business, man, don't let if you're an artist, it's all about your publishing, dude. They'll give you an advance, but the thing is you got to give that money back. An advance is some money you got to get back. The name of the game is the publishing. So they'll be like, hey, we'll give you $500,000 advance, but we'll get 98% of your publishing. Or as a matter of fact, give me all your publishing. That's what happened with Jerry Heller. When y'all see the NWA movie that comes out, there's going to be a lot of shit that's revealed. Because I was around all that shit back in the 80s and 90s when NWA, I knew about all those contracts and all that shit. Because it's a whole thing. Because I knew about all that shit. But Jerry Heller would fuck everybody out of their publishing. Allegedly. Because Jerry Heller, he's known to sue folks. But allegedly, Jerry Heller was fucking everybody out of their publishing. And as a matter of fact, there was an infamous contract with the DOC, the rapper DOC, where Jerry Heller had the DOC, because DOC used to write a lot of NWA stuff. And the DOC, it was allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, signed over all of the publishing for a gold chain. And that's written in the contract. You understand? So the white supremacists, they come around you smiling and grinning, but they're playing chess and you're playing checkers. It was for a gold chain. The DOC signed up all of his publishing for a gold chain. Peter Guns, I just saw an interview with him where he was talking about that song they had, the Uptown Baby. They had a song back in the late 90s, hottest song in New York, and they don't get no publishing from that record because the group Steely Dan, whose sample they use, they get all the publishing. So Peter Guns, they don't get one dime from that record no more. They don't even get writing credit for the record because of the sample they use. See, the white supremacists, they go in, they don't play no games. They go in on some business shit where they taking all. Steely Dan took all that shit. So Peter Guns, that's why he's doing these reality shows now. There was a dude, y'all know that song, and I saw an article the other day, that song called Louie, Louie. Oh, baby. So we gotta go. Now that song is like one of the most popular songs in rock and roll history. That song has been covered thousands of times. That song has been in all types of movies. The whole shebang. Huge song. It was a black dude who wrote that song. What the hell is his name? Richard Berry, I think that's his name. There's a dude named Richard Berry. And thank goodness for the Marvin Gaye family, too. I'm glad they got their just due. But Richard Berry, I think that's his name, the guy who wrote Louie Louie. Now, what happened, they fucked him out of his publishing. He was like he recorded a version of the song, and it didn't do that well, and he was going through hard times back in like 1959, and he sold the song for like $700. Then a white group called the Kingsmen, they did the record, and this shit just went quadruple platinum, and it just made all types of money. And this dude was broke for years until, I think, the 80s. There was a commercial that wanted to use the record in a commercial. It was a company that wanted to use that record, and the way they had it set up, they had to get permission from the person who actually wrote the song. So the publishing company couldn't just lease the song out. They had to get permission from the actual writer. So the brother got a lawyer, and the brother found out they'd been robbing this dude. This dude, the black dude, these white supremacists were raping this dude out of money for years and wasn't saying shit. They were raping this dude out of money. So the dude ended up getting like $20 million in back royalties. But he died like 10 years later. So he got his just due when he got older. But that just shows, man, the white supremacists will rape you blind and look in your face and smile like they done did you the biggest favor. See, no, they tried to do that with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson flipped on their ass. And Michael flipped the script on their ass and took all that publishing. Just like when Michael bought the Beatles catalog and Paul McCartney was mad at Michael. Because see, Paul McCartney was all doing songs with Michael. Remember that song, "The Girl Is Mine," and all that old shit, and laughing and joking with Michael. And Michael, oh yeah, I love Paul. Me and Paul were best friends. And when the Beatles catalog went for sale, Michael was like, "Give me that." Oh, the Beatles catalog's for sale? Okay, give me that. I'll take it. And then Paul was like, whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, Paul was like, wait a minute. Paul was pissed. Michael was like, that's just business. Like, go on with it, Mike. They hated Michael's ass. Michael was fucking them back with a soft voice. Michael was playing them. Michael like, y'all motherfuckers think I'm shy. I ain't that shy, bitch. Give me your publishing. I ain't that shy. Ain't I, Bubbles? Me and Bubbles gonna get this publishing off your ass. That's why they didn't like Michael. Michael was beating them at their own game. They were pissed at Michael. Oh yeah, they tried to pull that friend shit. Yeah, they tried to pull that on Michael. I love Michael. I love Michael was on his business. So they were like, look, Conrad Murray, come get this nigga. They called Conrad Murray on his ass. They like, fuck this shit. Yeah, Prince too. Prince is about his too. I love Prince. Prince is about his business. I love that. Prince is for real. Prince got on that video I talked about before. Prince was talking about Napster. Prince was like, wait, hey, well, Napster? What the fuck is a Napster? Napster got $50 million? Where's my money? Prince was like, wait a minute, where in the hell is my money? Yeah, Prince is about his business. Let me see who's on the phone. What's up? Who's calling? Hello? Oh, let's see who this is. All right, what's up? Who's calling?
Yo, what's going on, Flex, man? It's JC out of Houston.
JC out of Houston. What's on your mind, JC?
Not much, man. I want to just get your take, man, on the brother Nelly, man. I heard you got yourself in some trouble.
Yeah. They busted Nelly. They got Nelly. They said he had meth and weed and all types of stuff in his tour bus, and they arrested him. Now Nelly was arrested, I think, if I'm not mistaken, before for drugs in the tour bus in 2012. If I'm not mistaken, I think. So
I'm not sure of that one.
Yeah, somebody told me that, if I'm not mistaken. So, and let me touch on that in the room. Thank you for the call. Let me touch on that. For those who don't know, the rapper Nelly got arrested for having meth and weed and all this stuff in his tour bus. And let me say this, Nelly and all you rappers, whenever y'all got caught or get caught with drugs in your bus, T.I., because that happened out here in L.A. with T.I., him and Tiny, allegedly, they went somewhere and bought some party stuff. And right after they did it, they got pulled over by the cops on Sunset, and he was found in violation of his probation. Let me say this, Nelly, and all you rappers out here, people who get caught up with drugs in your tour bus or in your limo, the people who you're buying the shit from, those are the ones who are telling on you. Those are the ones who are telling on you. The nigga who sold you the shit. Let me tell y'all something. If you gonna buy, let me get into some street shit. I always say allegedly. Well, no, what am I? I'm not. He said I'm turning the window. I'm not talking about rumors. I'm telling some shit. We're gonna talk some street shit right now. This nigga said Nelly Furtado. No, nigga, kill yourself. Let me give y'all some street shit. Now, a lot of times, if you're buying meth, usually you're buying it from a white dude. All right. if you're buying meth, you're usually buying it from a white dude. And if you're buying powdered cocaine, a lot of times you're buying it from a white dude. Our brothers ain't holding too much powder. All right? A lot of times when these white dudes are out here hustling or whatever, they already got a little snitch deal in place. One of the rules of the game, you never, especially a black person, you don't really hustle with the white dudes because the white dudes always got a get out of jail free card. And usually, yeah, the white dudes or the Latino, and a lot of Latinos are classified as white. But a lot of times, these dudes out here hustling, who's selling that work, if a celebrity comes in and buys something, they'll get in good with you. And if they got a case lurking over their heads, you know, they go cut a deal. They say, guess what? Assistant prosecutor, look, I know I got this over my head, but look, I can get you a big bus if you kind of show leniency on my sentence. If you kind of let me do what I do, I can get you a bigger bus. I can get you T.I. because T.I. buys from me. I can get you Nelly. Nelly buys from me. It's not a fucking coincidence that the cop just happened to pull you over and happened to look. When Nelly got pulled over, the shit that the cop pulled him over for, it was some kind of sticker that they didn't have on the tour bus. Some kind of humbug ass charge. That's bullshit. The cop, they were tipped off. They knew what Nelly had in that damn tour bus. They were tipped off, man. They were tipped the fuck off. Look at the whole case with Nelly. They said it was some kind of sticker that they didn't have on the tour bus. So the cops went to the tour bus, smelled weed, and decided to do a search. Bullshit. They knew what was in it because the informant told on them. And T.I. should know better. And I love T.I., by the way. T.I. is one of my favorite rappers. Now, T.I. should know better. T.I. already had an informant working in his crew. The motherfucker who told on him about the guns. Notice when T.I. went to buy them guns, the damn cops were there when he showed up. God damn, brother. T.I. got set up twice. I love T.I., by the way. T.I. got set up twice. So we got informants out here. I got informants who be trying to inform on me. This old Muppet mouth nigga with no teeth be calling the cops on shit that I do. Lying. So that nigga's an agent, an informant. So people in the public eye, we have informants on us. We have informants on us. Me too. I'm not immune to that. I know I got informants who are monitoring shit, but because I don't do nothing, motherfuckers call up and lie. Yeah, I got a Muppet mouth informant who calls the police at my lectures, who's in another state, who calls the police on my lectures lying. You dig? But whoever sold that shit, and maybe the meth that was on the bus, it might not have even been Nelly's. It might have been one of his roadies or whatever. But the thing is, the roadie is out here dropping names, though. You dig? Because, see, these niggas talk too much. That's another thing. So it was probably, and this is conjecture, the roadie, whoever, a motherfucker who carries crates on the tour, he's probably at the dope spot. Yeah, man, I'm on tour with Nelly. Yeah, man, I'm out here on tour with Nelly. I'm just trying to get a little meth and weed before I get back on the road. So now the motherfucker they done bought the dope from is like, hey, man, I got somebody who works with Nelly who got dope, and they're going to be at this location. Man. Let's see who's on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
What's up, man? It's Dante calling from Chicago.
Dante from Chicago. How you doing, fam?
I'm good, man. Hey, I want to make two quick statements and then I'll hang up and let you talk. First thing I want to say is that video with that brother in Tulsa, the most chilling part was when the brother said, I need to catch my breath, and the cop said, fuck your breath.
Yeah, I saw that. That was cold. They were straight murdering the dude. They were straight up murdering that dude.
And then the other statement, man, I seen that fucking video of Jesse B. Peterson. Man, I wanted to come through the goddamn screen and snatch his thick ass eyebrows off, man. This nigga, this motherfucker, man. I know Sean Hannity racist ass probably put him up to it.
Of course. Let's be clear. They know how much of a coon he is, and that's why they put him on television. The white supremacists, they know exactly who they're putting on television and why they're doing it. So they'll sit there and act innocent. Oh, Jesse, don't say that. Oh, no. They're in on it. They know exactly what he's going to say. The white supremacists are slick. They are right in on it, man. Well, thanks for the call, man. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, they in on it. They know how much of a coon Jesse Lee Peterson is. They know he is. They know what it is. And by the way, family, go to hiddencolorsfilm.com. Get Hidden Colors 1, 2, and 3. Everybody get Hidden Colors 1, 2, and 3 if you don't have it. And go to TariqElite.com and get that gear. TariqElite.com. Get all the clothes at TariqElite.com. I got some new shirts coming in a few weeks. Also, my London lecture will be on sale pretty soon too, in a couple of weeks. It's called International Racism Live from London. So that lecture will be on sale. It will be available for instant download. And that will be available in a couple of weeks, family. A lot of good game in that. You guys are going to really enjoy that lecture. I haven't put out one of my lecture DVDs for sale in a minute. So it's been a minute, man. It's been when was the last lecture video I put out of me? When was the last lecture I put out? Was it Relationships, Riches, and Rage? No, that wasn't it. No. I can't remember when was my last lecture video that was on sale. This one is going to be a little cheaper because I want a lot of people to get it. So we'll have it. It'll be under $15. So it'll be under $15. Was it Chicago? Was it live? I can't remember. Yes, y'all come see me in Philly. I will be in Philly on July 5th. I want to see everybody in the place. Y'all get your tickets at TariqLive.com. TariqLive.com. Also, what I want to do later on this week, I want to have a Ustream think tank. I want my thorough people in the Ustream room so we can come up with some strategies and some solutions to kind of counter a lot of this stuff. Now, the think tank, because we want to weed out trolls, we're going to have people pay to get into the think tank. So I don't know how much it'll be. I'll probably give people like a $50 donation to the Melanoid Nation website. You can get a code to get inside the room so we can discuss. But I only want people, my thinking brothers and sisters who are melanoid empowered, so we can come up with strategies and just kind of have our think tank on what we need to do to counter a lot of stuff. Because when it comes time to talk about empowering each other, I'm not trying to sit up and argue with niggas who's talking about praying. See, that's why we're going to have to get this think tank thing going in so we can talk for real. So the white supremacist trolls are not around. So the coons are not around. So the church crowd ain't around. So the Hebrew Israelite, let's pray for Yahweh crowd ain't around. So I want people who can sit with me and we can chop up some real strategies. So this is why it's going to be, you got to pay to get into this room. I'll probably do it this Tuesday or Wednesday, right here on Ustream. It'll be private, but the people who pay for the think tank, there's a code. We'll have a kind of code that you type in to get into the room. You dig? Say a Google Hangout. Since we're used to doing this, we'll do it here. Since we're used to doing it, we'll do it here. Now, and we'll have like the people calling up and really, really chopping it up. You dig? So none of the bullshit. That's what's up, Tariq Nasheed fan. And I met you, Tariq Nasheed fan, in Chicago. Yeah, I saw that. That shit was funny. I saw that those Israelites going up. I think those dudes up in the Bay, and they just kind of stand on the corner, just kind of going in on people. And, you know, my thing is that I'm not too big on people just kind of standing around talking, but some of that shit is funny because what's funny is that they talk a lot of shit to, like, white people who walk by, and the white people are so pissed that you could see on their faces, like, how dare these niggas talk to me like this? It's that, how dare these niggas with the audacity to talk to me like this? But we're gonna chop it up this week. We're gonna have a Melanoid think tank right here, so we can really chop up on Google Hangout. Everybody can be on camera. I might have to look into that. But can it be private though? Because I only want a select group of people in. It's only going to be a select group of people in. Oh yeah, this is why you say, am I going to be patient? That's why it's a think tank, and this is why we're going to have to weed out. It's not going to be for trolls, because I don't have patience with motherfuckers who are trolling and who's on that slow shit. Now, when people are talking sense and we're trying to come up with something, I'm all ears. The problem is we got people in here, you know, be bullshitting. So we can do it here. It doesn't matter. We can do it here. And I know there's a way to make the broadcast private so that only certain people can get in. Yeah, it can be. Hey, what's up? Who's calling?
You want to kill me from East Africa.
What's your name, brother?
Bachumi.
Bachumi?
Yeah, Bachumi from East Africa.
You in East Africa now?
Nah, I'm in Texas now, but
why your phone sound like you calling from Kenya, nigga? Goddamn, your phone is raggedy, brother. Goddamn, nigga, you sound like a damn giraffe swallowed your phone. So what's up, Bachumi? So what part of Africa you from?
East Africa, in Tanzania, but from Burundi, like in Africa. But from where your daddy's from is where you from.
So your dad is from Tanzania, right?
Nah, I was born in Tanzania. My dad is from Burundi.
Burundi, okay. So you were born in were you born in Dar es Salaam?
Nah, I was born in Kigoma.
Oh, okay. Is that your mom in the background?
Yeah, that's my mom.
Tell your mom I said Jumbo.
Oh, I can't believe you know how to say Jumbo. How you know how to say that?
Because I've been to Tanzania. I've been to Dar es Salaam. Yeah, I've been to Tanzania. I've been to Zanzibar. I know that area. I've been there.
Hey, that's what's up.
Beautiful place. I love it out there, man. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yes, indeed, man. So what's on your mind, brother?
Yeah, I just wanted to know when you coming to Texas.
What part of Texas? I come to Texas all the time. What part of Texas you in?
In Dallas.
Okay, you know what? I do have to go do a lecture in Dallas, man. I really, 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 really have to go to Dallas because a lot of people are on top of their game in Dallas, and I've never done a lecture out there, so I'm going to look into that now. So I'll keep you posted on that, all right?
All right.
Much respect, family.
Oh, man.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, man, I had a ball in Tanzania, man. The people were just absolutely beautiful over there, man. Wonderful sisters, beautiful sisters out there. Some of the sweetest people out there. I loved it. That's why I'm going back out there, man. I'm trying to go out there to Africa next month, man. I'm trying to go out to Africa next month. I'm trying to decide if I might just hit all of them up. I want to go to Ghana, Senegal, and Gambia. I want to see if I could hit all of them up because I've been trying to look at the flights, and the flights are just fucking a beast. You know, because some of the flights, you got to go Like if I'm in Gambia, I would have to fly to damn Amsterdam and then fly back. I don't want to do all that. It's very difficult flying intercontinental. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out the flighting patterns there. But I do want to go to some of the African countries next month so I can kind of vibe and see what's popping and just get it popping over there. No, Tanzania, no, there's some black African people over there, man. These are some real deal African brothers and sisters, and the sisters were, hell, there's a bunch of Lapitas over there. People make it seem like, and Lapita is a very attractive sister, but shit, in East Africa, there's a whole bunch of Lapitas walking around. And cooperative, too. So I would need to buy tickets locally. That's probably what it is, because I looked at it, Expedia. I do want to go to Dubai. I've been wanting to go to Dubai for a minute. You can't buy them through. Oh, okay, because that's where I usually get my stuff at Expedia. Yeah, Jones, I'm looking into it now. Any advice on traveling to Thailand? Thailand, my wife loves Thailand. She was just talking about going back to Thailand. We've been to Thailand a couple of times. Thailand is very, very nice. I am, Omari. Thailand is nice, man. Thailand, people are real cool, beautiful over there, man. The food in Thailand is excellent, man. Bangkok is a beautiful city, man. You can get a lot of clothes out there cheap. Man, you can get real like suits made, man. I'm talking about like expensive Italian suits made for like a couple of $100. So Ola, you say you can go to Senegal and drive to Gambia? That's something I might do. And that's another thing, man, because I want to go over there and do business. That's my thing. Because a lot of times some of the West African countries, they want us to come over and, you know, they want to see what type of economic equity you're bringing to the game. And I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. A lot of black folks get ruffled and bent out of shape because a lot of these West African countries, they invite you over, but they also want to know what can you bring economically to the table. And I ain't mad at them. I ain't mad at them. Because they should think like that, because they don't want a bunch of coons coming over there fucking shit up more than it is. So I would love to go over there and do business. I want to go over there and see what kind of business opportunities we can get into. I want to set up a Melanoid Nation headquarters over there, or a Melanoid Nation Institute, a school or something over there, just to show that we're bringing something to the table. We're extending a branch. Let's get it in. Let's get this Pan-African vibe going on, because we got to start getting it in. Right now, the way we're being attacked, we're going to have to start thinking outside the box right now, dude. We're going to have to start thinking outside the box. And I'm dead ass serious. I'm like talking to, and I got my assistants, trying to talk to the ambassadors over there to see what we need to do to get it in, to connect with our brothers over there. Oh, I know there's cooning all over the world, but I'm trying to, just sitting here waiting to get shot and just not doing shit. No, I'm going to do something. We're going to get out here, network vibe, get the Pan-Africanist thing going on, get a code of conduct going on, trying to see what type of resources we can get access to over there. Oh, absolutely, Kiana. Any promoter in Chicago? Yeah. Y'all want to, not Chicago, Toronto. Y'all want to bring me to Toronto? Let's make it happen. Yeah, that president. I love the president of Gambia. That brother was real deal. That brother was the real deal. And again, don't forget, man, go to TariqElite.com to get all that gear. Everybody. Let me get a couple of more calls here. What's up? Who's calling? Who we got here?
Yo, what's going on, Flex? This is Pierre from Atlanta, man.
Pierre from Atlanta. How you doing, fam?
I'm doing good, man. Definitely enjoying the show. I had a quick question.
Yeah.
pretty much, we've been pretty much lucky to see these videos of people shooting, of these innocent people. And I want to know, man, like, would it be a good idea if we started doing like a crowdfund for maybe, these brave people that's going out here recording these videos? Because as we saw with the whole Ramsey order stuff,
right?
Brother was in jail for a while, and then some people are getting nervous for this dude's life. So I just kind of want to get your take on it.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. And I talked about that on my Wednesday show. The young man who videotaped this cop killing the brother. People gotta crowdfunding for him. And that's something that we need to do. We need to have our financial war chest. And that's what I try to do with the MillinoisNation.org, by the way. I try to use that as a war chest for money that we might need for certain situations. For example, my man up in Chicago at the Nouveau Tavern. That's a very upscale restaurant. It's a black-owned restaurant. And they have it in a predominantly white business area. And they've been attacking this restaurant for years. The white supremacists spray painted racial bullshit on it last year, and they temporarily closed the restaurant down because they were talking about it's too much noise and gang activity. They trump up shit. And this is why we need to have a system where we support each other and we have political clout too. And that's where our money comes in. Because my man...
Yeah, because y'all talking about being strategic and everything, and I think that'd be a good thing.
We got to be strategic, man. But anyway, thanks for the call, brother. But like I was saying about the Nouveau Tavern, man, they've been attacking this brother who owns that spot. And that happens when you're the lone black person out here and you're successful, because my man's business was successful. I know he got it closed, man. And my man was running a great business. It's a very upscale spot. But the thing is, they got a lot of black folks there, the white supremacists, when they see a bunch of black folks doing something that's successful, they all band together to sabotage it. So they would come up with little shit like giving him fines for being over capacity. Now, I've been to Chicago many times. You go to little bullshit ass taverns and pubs, and it's like overcrowded. People hanging out all outside, yelling, laughing, singing, drunk in the dominant society out there in Chicago. There's drunk white people all in the streets of Chicago in those taverns and pubs, and they don't get shut down and fined for being over capacity. So, my man, we got to start being strategic about getting these politicians in our pockets, too. Because targeting that brother, that was real foul the way they targeted that brother. Let me tell you something. When you are by yourself and successful, see, we can't be the lone person on the block. That's why, look, I'm successful at what I do, but I know that I'm vulnerable. This is why I try to link up and try to encourage success with other black folks, too. Because I'm not going to walk around like, oh, I'm just better than you niggas. No, I'm in the same boat and I'm a bigger target. I know that I'm a target. So I'm like, let's more of us create a situation of success so that we can have each other's back. You dig? Because when we were down in St. Louis, I noticed the same thing they did with Sweetie Pies. Now, Sweetie Pies, that business is just killing the game down there. The Sister Robbie, Sweetie Pies, that business is just stomping all those other businesses in the ground. Those other white-owned businesses around Sweetie Pies, they've all gotten together. And I talked about this on my show before. They've gotten together, and what they do, all the customers who go to Sweetie Pies, they go put flyers on their cars offering free food for their spots. They do shit to try to sabotage that woman's success and to try to drum up business for themselves because she's killing the game down there. So all of those businesses, they've gotten together and they're trying to do things to take business back from her. So see, the white supremacists, they all work with each other, in concert with each other. You dig? That restaurant is the shit, man. It's great food, loved it. Right, and the thing is, they have national exposure, and now you got a lot of white people who go to Sweetie Pies. You understand? So now there's a lot of white people at Sweetie Pies. So now them trying to, you know, fine them and all that old stuff they can't do. But the businesses, the local business out there that's around Sweetie Pies, I'm telling you, I've seen firsthand of them trying to sabotage and take customers back from her. I've seen it. When we were down there doing lectures, I seen it. Yeah, but I hope my brother at the Nouveau Tavern, I hope my brother gets it together, and this is why we got to have political allies. You got to have political allies. You calling from Thailand? Let me call up, bro. Let me chop up game with you, Ivory, from Thailand. Oh, yeah, the lines are down the block for Sweetie Pies, man. Yeah, I know my man is close. Oh, she's getting one out here in Hollywood now? That's what's up. Yeah, we got to learn how to play chess. We got to learn how to play chess. See, the thing is, we get into the game without getting political allies. See, that's what we got to start using the money to get political allies, to grease those palms. Just like Dr. Claude Anderson says, we got to start, if we can't buy a politician, you rent them or lease them. You got to start getting these politicians in your pocket. What's on my camera on my phone? It's acting funny. I might have to get another iPhone. Yeah, man, we gotta be strategic, man. We just gotta start thinking strategically. See, the thing is, other groups, and this is why when I see those in the dominant society out there marching with us, now they know better. Some people in the dominant society, they'll get out there and march with you because they know that marching is powerless and pointless, really. Because people in the dominant society, they don't march for shit. They don't march. They go out there and handle business. They go out and handle business. They don't march. They go out there and use their money to make stuff happen. So if you get out there, you get a politician in your pocket, you can get stuff done. Let's get a couple of more calls. Yeah, what's up? Who's calling?
Oh, hi, this is Nayette.
What's your name, sweetie?
It's Nayette. I'm sorry, let me turn you down. I'm listening to you on my laptop. It's Nayette.
Where you calling from, Mayette?
Hi, I'm calling from New York City.
Okay, what's on your mind, man?
Well, first I want to say congratulations, say thank you for all that you do for our community. I'm a huge fan.
Thank you so much.
As I'm super excited that you are going to be in Philly in July, I will definitely be attending that lecture.
Yes, indeed.
I wanted to know if you were going to be in New York City anytime soon.
A lot of people are asking you that. I don't know. I got to get out there because a lot of people are asking, and I'm not sure
you
yet.
Have to.
Yes.
Absolutely. We were like, I have so many friends that want to attend. I tell everyone about you. I listen to you every single week.
Yes, indeed.
And I wanted to speak really quickly about that that black guy from South Carolina that made that video, you know, talking about his encounter with the white police officer.
Yeah.
I had like a debate going back and forth with a black gentleman on Facebook about that because I was very annoyed and aggravated by that video. Because it's like I'm tired of black people advocating about how nice white people are and, oh, you know, black people are not victims. And I'm just tired of the coon overload that we're experiencing lately. It's like it's gone berserk and crazy.
Absolutely.
And it's just like so many black people are just not seeing it. They want to make excuses. They want to give them comfort and be like, you know, no, all white people are not bad. And, you know, some black people, you know, they're really not victims. But who's saying all black? It's just like, I'm just tired of it. I'm just so fed up right now.
You got to understand, a lot of times, a lot of these people on Facebook and Twitter, a lot of these are undercover white supremacists pretending to be black. Now, let's be very clear. Some of these people are pretending to be black on the internet, and they say, well, I'm black, and I think that black people are just ignorant. So a lot of them are really undercover white supremacists. But now, let me say, there are some coons out there now. There are some full-fledged coons out here who are sitting up talking this nonsense, because saying what about black on black crime is easier to say than, well, I don't know what to do about white supremacy, because that's what black folks really don't want to admit. We don't know what to do about white supremacy, and this is why we should be putting our heads together, figuring out how to protect ourselves and how to counter systematic white supremacy so that we're not getting killed like sitting ducks out here every day.
You're absolutely right.
Yes,
and I thank you.
Thank you so much.
Like a fresh of breath air, and I listen to you and I support you, and thank you. Just keep on doing what you do, because you have so many people that love and support you.
Much respect, sister. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man, shout out to J Slim. Y'all remember J Slim? Y'all remember the J Slim poems? I put up one of J Slim's poems on, I think J Slim is out here visiting, by the way. Shout out to J Slim and his lady. I think J Slim and his lady are out here visiting. I gotta, hold on. I gotta find that poem of J Slim that I put up on Facebook. Hold on one second. Let me find that poem of J Slim. Where the hell is that poem? Oh, I can't find it. Where's that poem? I'm looking for J Slim's poem. Oh, I gotta. J Slim, I'm gonna find that poem. Hold on, I gotta look at my Facebook feed. Shout out to J Slim. I put up one of, because I was thinking about some of J Slim's old poems. For those who don't know, back in the day, a few years ago on my show, is a brother who called up named J Slim. Now, J Slim is the nicest dude in the world, a real good dude. J Slim is a real good dude, real humble brother, real soft-spoken brother, real good brother, man, real kind-hearted brother. So J Slim called my show. He was like, "Hey, Tariq, I want to, can I promote my book of poems? I write poems. I want to promote my poems." I'm like, "Yeah, man, I promote, it's real weird a brother write a book of poems, but yeah, what's the name of your poem book?" "Yeah, I got a poem book called Blood from My Heart." I'm like, "What?" "Okay, all right." So I said, "Okay, I'll promote your poems." I said, "Where can we see your poems?" And he gave a website. So we started reading some of the poems on the, I found one. We started reading some of the poems on the air, and the poems sounded a little rapey. And the poems were real, it was a little disturbing. So it was hilarious. We were just making a whole big thing. We were clowning for like weeks on that. Them poems were rapey as hell. Now, I posted one of J Slim's poems, and some of he got one poem called Magic Tongue. Some of the names of the poems are fucking hilarious. And I posted one of his poems on my Facebook page, and some people got really freaked out over the poems. Now, let me say this for people who are on my Facebook page. One of his poems, I posted one of his poems. The poem is called Sexual Assassination. Now, this poem... Now, look, some people got real disturbed. Some people were like, "Wait a minute, do we need to report this nigga to the authorities?" And, J Slim got a little offended. He's like, "Hey, man, come on, man. This is an old poem." Now, let me say this. I'm going to read a little bit of Sexual Assassination. And J Slim, to his defense, he was like, "Hey, man, those poems are old. I was going through some shit emotionally." He was trying to get his voice in poetry. He was, so don't call the man a rapist. I'm not saying that J Slim is a rapist. I'm not saying that J Slim is a rapist. So let's not accuse our brother and disparage him. But the poems are just a little rapish. All right? But he's not a rapist. Now, this is Sexual Assassination. This is the actual poem. And again, my man was experimenting with his thoughts. Now, he's in a relationship. My man is real happy. My man is good now. But at this moment, my man, sometimes we go through a little space in our lives. So my man I think he was trying to use metaphors, but it was just really not, the metaphors were just, it didn't really pan the way it should. So this is actually the poem called Sexual Assassination from J Slim. It says, as I see you standing there, your light is shining so bright in my eye. I'm getting tired of that light in my eye. So there's only one option in my mind. So as I creep up on you, nice and slow, I grab you from behind, put my hand on your mouth, I whisper in your ear, don't worry, you will feel no pain. This is going to be a pleasant death. As I grab you and lay you on the bed, I pull out my gun, I grab my nice piece of steel, tell you to open up, I put it in your mouth, tell you to suck it, I'm going in and out of your mouth. I'm not ready to let the trigger go, so I tell you to spread those legs. As your legs are in a V shape, I enter my nice piece of steel between your lower lips. I feel the tightness that grips my steel as I go so deep, almost reaching your stomach. The faster I go, you start moaning, telling me, please, I want to die slowly, but I slow down, but now I feel it's time to pull the trigger. This is a real poem, by the way. Now, J Slim was just going through some shit at this time. It's a little rapey, Jay. Just a little bit. No, J Slim. Now, some of his poems are good. Let me find the Magic Tongue one. Hold on. Let me look that up. Hold on. J Slim poem. Let me find Magic Tongue. The names of these poems are hilarious. Hold on. Let me find Magic Tongue. All right. Hold on. This is J Slim Magic Tongue. All right. And let me give y'all a link to where y'all can see my man's poetry. So just in case y'all think I'm bullshitting, let me give y'all a link. And these are old. And again, J Slim was going through some thoughts. He was experimenting at the time. All right. That's Magic Tongue. Okay. Now, it says, I know you heard of the magic stick, but I got something better. So open up your legs, let me take your panties off with my teeth. Lay back, you don't have to do nothing tonight. You've been a good girl, so I'm going to put away the wood and give you the mustache. Let me introduce you to this tongue, not just any tongue, it's the magic tongue. I'll take this tongue and enter your flowering waterfall as the tip of my tongue teases your black pearl. As I fuck you with my tongue, you get louder and louder. You say it is better than the stick. I didn't know it was like that. As I go faster, your legs start shaking. You yell, I'm coming. I lift my head as I watch your explosion. Now that's what I call magic. Go ahead, J Slim. J Slim was getting it in. Let me see. He has a whole bunch of poems. Let me see. These are the names of J Slim's poems. Clouds of Lust. Hold on. I love J Slim's poem. Hold on. Frozen Kiss. Hold on. Say hello to my big friend. Oh, I got to read this one. Some of these I haven't read yet. Hold on. As you step in the room, it must be illegal to look this good. The fire is hot. I know it's going to burn. I still want to touch. Your body is a killer, but I have the perfect weapon to defend myself. It's nice and long, thick and loaded with that one bullet that I need to take care of business. As I whip out my weapon, say hello to my big friend. There you go. It's a play on Scarface. There's a lot of murder going on in your poems, J Slim. A lot of murder going on here, brother. Okay, there's another one called In Between Your Breast. I haven't read this one, but I'm going to read it now. You got me ready to go. I'm standing at attention. I pull it out as the pre-cum is already coming out. You tell me, no, wait, I don't want you inside of me tonight. I want a taste of your white cream as you lay down as your nipples are nice and hard. You tell me to put it in between. You squeeze your breast harder. I'm going up and down. As you come up a little bit and lick my head, I keep going. She says, come for me. Okay, this is just, okay. All right, Jay. Some of this shit ain't even rhyming. It's just like this nigga's he's writing out wet dreams. Okay, this one called Hump Day. The poems. Okay. Okay, it's so many of them. Hold on. Without touching. Let me see what this one is about. He got a whole bunch of them. And y'all can see my man's poems. On that link is jspoetry.com, and you can check out J Slim's poems. What's this? Think of the sound of my pearls. Okay, let me see. Zodiac Freak. He has one. Hold on. Scar on Your Heart. With the names of these poems. Okay, this one is called, this is more of a romantic one. You want me real bad, I could see it in your eyes. But the scar he left on your heart will not let you love. The blood is still dripping. Not even a Band-Aid can stop the bleeding. You need someone to come up and stitch that up for you. So come, let me stitch that scar, the scar on your heart. Now that's romantic. It's bloody, but it's romantic. Oh, what's that? So go ahead, J Slim. J Slim, he can be romantic too. I know he's writing poems about titty fucking. What the hell? A lot of blood going on in the poem. But J Slim is a good dude. J Slim has his lady. Y'all leave my man J Slim alone. Now, like I said, J Slim's next poem book is called Your Body's Saying No, but the Chloroform is Saying Yes. Get off my man J Slim. I want to talk to J Slim's lady to see how that relationship is. Shout out to J Slim. J Slim is cool. J Slim done got him some pussy. He stopped writing them poems after he got some pussy. J Slim, his poems work. He got him a lady. My nigga got him a lady. And I saw some of J Slim's pictures. J Slim is hitting the gym. He got him a lady. He's getting all swole. Now, I don't know if he's getting swole to hold the women down when he rape them, but I'm messing with you, Jay. You ain't raping nobody, I'm saying. But J Slim is getting swole. He's in the gym. His next poem is called, If I Pin You Down, I'm Gonna Force You to Love Me. Man. J Slim is all right. J Slim is a good dude. J Slim gave that woman the magic tongue and wiped her up. I ain't mad at you, J Slim. But man, we used to play those J Slim's poems back in the day. They would be hilarious, man. Man. I'm not joking about rape. I'm just reading poems. I'm reading somebody's poem. Somebody said I'm joking. No, I'm not joking. I'm just reading my man's poem. Man. Anyway, y'all, let me get up out of here, man. Don't forget, man, go to TariqLive.com if y'all want to see me in Philly. TariqLive.com. Also, if y'all want to book me for a lecture, my booking information is at TariqLive.com. If you want to book me somewhere, holla at me. Go to TariqElite.com to get all that fresh gear, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get up out of here. Go follow me on Instagram at Tariq Elite. Follow me on Twitter at Tariq Nasheed. I'm out of here, man. I'm going to holler at you on Wednesday's show. Peace.